May the Spirit be with you on this May the 4th. Welcome to our special book signing event. We are excited to see, hear, and feel what messages Spirit uncorks for you. The eeriest experience that I have had to date has to be on the morning that my cousin passed away. We were getting set up for our family reunion. We had neighbors tell us that they saw him out on the road that morning at 11:30, and they commented on how vivacious he was, how full of energy he was. Now, they talked with him, they saw him, they spoke with him. That was their first time essentially meeting him. My sister and I, who were next door getting ready for a family reunion that we happened to be throwing that day, we were not aware that he was on the road that day. We didn't see him. Matter of factly, we didn't even see his car until about 2:15, maybe 2:30ish, somewhere in there. So that was definitely strange. And then the other odd part of that was we found out later there were other people who had received phone calls from him right around 11:30 when he was supposedly on our road talking with our neighbors, and they said it came from his home. So it was as though his spirit was in two places at once, as though he maybe had an out-of-body experience. That is something that you can read more about in our book, Uncorked Messages, and that is, to date, the eeriest experience that I have ever had. The best part of writing the book and sharing our story with the world, essentially, has to be the people who come over to us as we're talking about our passion for healing and growth past something horrible that's happened, and having people come forward and share their experiences with us from loved ones who have crossed over, or perhaps talking about something that maybe they haven't been able to share with other people. And even if they do get emotional, not that we want to upset anybody, I'm not saying that, but it is nice to have people feel comfortable enough when they're talking to us to really share some of the things that they've been going through. And sometimes you just see this relief come off of people as they're telling their story, just because they can talk about it, and they can do so with people who won't judge them, who won't think any more or any less, but who have had similar experiences and who can relate. So that has been the best part of writing the book and bringing it to life and sharing our stories with the world. The most unique thing about Uncorked Messages, I would have to say, is that it's not just based on a true story or based on true stories or things that happened. It's not just a memoir. These are things that happened. There is historical accuracy to everything contained within the pages of the book. And many of the short stories that we share in the book, we actually documented as they were happening. And that is why there is so much detail. I've had people come back to me and say, you really sound like you're actually telling the story. I can hear you talking as you have written the words out on the pages of the book. And that is precisely what happened. And the reason our book is that way, and the reason it is unique, is because, as I said, as these things transpired, we took detailed notes, knowing that at some point in the future, we didn't know how it was going to come to be, but we did know that we were going to be able to use these tragic experiences, and they were tragic experiences, that we had to learn and grow from, and that we had to work hard to heal and recover from. But we knew that somewhere along the way, we would be able to use these experiences for the greater good. Be sure to grab a special message card. We are excited for Spirit to uncork special and unique messages just for you. You will notice on the other side of the message card, there are different ways to connect with us on social media, as well as through our e-newsletter put out by our sister company, Northeast Beachside Creations. If you haven't yet, please connect with us on social media, subscribe to our e-newsletter, and stay tuned for all things Spirit 432 and Northeast Beachside Creations related.